Well, soccer fans, welcome to the seventh episode of the Soccer Shots Greater Hartford / Central Connecticut podcast. My name is Seth Wolerziak, and this is my co-host Shannon Perry, who's the owner of the Greater Hartford Central Connecticut Soccer Shots franchise. And with us today is one of our best coaches who has been with us for a little over 2 years now, Coach Jess. Jess, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm ready to go.
Yes, awesome. And Shannon, it would be rude of me not to ask how you are doing today. So, how are you doing today?
I appreciate you asking, Seth.
Yeah.
This week I feel like most of the conversation I've been having have been with people who are about as tall as my knees. So, but I'm doing great.
Yes. We've had a lot of demos this week. It's been a crazy but fun week. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, Jess, I just wanted to kind of ask you, how did you first really get involved with soccer? How did soccer sort of become a passion for you?
Yeah. So thinking back, I definitely started playing around 4 or 5 years old. Just messing around.
Yep.
My dad was an assistant coach. Never played, or at least I don't think he played soccer. But it was for fun. And
Yeah.
I think growing up, I definitely found a passion for it. It quickly became a passion. It quickly became something that I always was thinking about or always wanted to pursue. And then all the way through middle school, I played pretty intensely all the way through middle school. And then high school, I had some serious medical issues going on. So I actually couldn't play in high school. Ended up, I still had some serious medical issues going on. Going into college, I didn't think that I was going to really get to play soccer again. And I walked on at my college. Not good. I was not in soccer team. But that passion from a very young age really stuck with me. And I think it just brought a lot of really good people into my life and really connected me with my dad. I have a lot of really good memories with my dad, just kicking the soccer ball in the front yard, in the backyard. I've hit a few cars. I put a hole through my neighbor's screen door, but it was all fun.
Nice. Well, go ahead, Shannon. Oh, Shannon, you're muted.
That's a lot of people are glad when I'm muted.
Nope, you're good. Go ahead.
That's such a great story. I love this story. So just to back up a little bit, where did you do all this? Did you grow up in Connecticut? Are you a nutmegger? Or?
I grew up in Massachusetts. I grew up in Framingham. And yeah, I ended up staying in Framingham for a little while until I left for graduate school. And that's how I ended up in Connecticut. So that's why I'm here now.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, occasionally we'll accept those from north of the border, right?
Yeah.
Nice. So I kind of just wanted to follow that up with that path that you kind of just described of your soccer path there. What ended up leading you to Soccer Shots eventually?
So I've been in grad school for 4 years now. It's a long journey, and I went to grad school right out of undergrad. So I was playing soccer all the time, and then going right into not playing soccer. And then I was like, I need to get my foot on a ball. I need to be able to have soccer in my life somehow.
Yeah.
And this just popped right up. I was really lucky to be able to find this. And I've always had a passion for working with kids. I've coached football, I've coached basketball, other soccer programs back in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to get
Nice.
back into it. I wanted to play soccer again to some extent.
No, I completely understand that. And you said you always had that passion to work with kids. Is that something like you've always wanted to do?
Absolutely. I have worked with kids. I've worked in after school programs. I have worked um, even through COVID, after school programs became during school programs. So I was working with kids throughout the day on their
Nice.
schoolwork via the internet. Um,
Nice.
I don't even remember what you were saying. What did you ask?
No, you're good. No, I was just asking about like you working with kids, like that your love for working with kids, like that you wanted to
Yeah.
work with them.
Yeah, it's funny. I started coaching football when I was in 6th grade. And that was because my family was so involved with it. And so my dad was a
Okay.
coach, my grandfather was a coach, my mom was on the board. She also did a lot of the assistant work. Um, so I was always at a field. And so I just got into being around and kind of living that lifestyle around football.
Right.
Because my brother played. So I
Yeah.
wanted to be there. I wanted to be around family, and I just never let that go of like working with kids. I loved it, even from 6th grade.
Nice. That's
What
awesome.
what what is it about working with kids that taps into you? Not everybody can work with kids very well. I'm just curious.
I I think it has to do with my family because my family was always involved with coaching youth sports. Um, and my mom worked in the school system for a bit. Um, I think I just came from a family that was very youth focused and youth centered, like making sure kids have great experiences, they have the opportunity to learn new sports, they have the opportunity to make friendships, to collaborate with other people, and really work as a team. And that kind of family aspect of sports is really what hooked me, I think.
Do you
Nice.
have any like great examples of when you're working with kids, we all get to that point. Oh my God, I don't think I can do this anymore. But you some real examples that just kind of just keep you going. Some place where it just was really rewarding and just the story you love to tell.
Yeah. So at one point, while I was coaching with Soccer Shots, one of the kids who was in my group, he he was nonverbal, and so
Mm.
I tried my absolute best to meet him where he was and figure out what worked best for him, what strategies worked best for him to learn and to be engaged. Um, and the last day of the season, he started scoring goals. He put the ball in the net and he said goal. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go home and cry. I can go home happy. This is
That's awesome.
amazing.
Wow.
He said
That's awesome.
goal. Like that was such a highlight. Um,
Wow.
I'm sure there are so many other
I,
stories that
I
That's
love
put a
that's
that.
always the
smile on
best
your face.
feeling.
Yeah, I love that story. So how did you connect with him? If he was nonverbal, how did that work? I don't think I've ever had a nonverbal kid in any of my sessions.
So it was definitely at that point, I don't think I had worked with any nonverbal kids. Um, figuring out what his interests were. And that was very much bugs and plants and flowers. And so I would try my best to make up themes that were related to that.
Nice.
We found a frog one day, and then we just became frogs. And I was like, this is great. This is awesome.
There you go.
That's a great story. So aside from being the great coach that you are, and I remember, I think one of your first couple of sessions when I was with you, it was down in Hampton. It was a pretty tough group and that you had. I remember it vividly. But aside from soccer and working on PhD, what do you do? What do you do? And what is your PhD? You're the smartest coach we've got.
I like to read books. That's it.
Better than me.
What do I do? I came here to work on my PhD at University of New Haven, and it's in criminal justice.
Nice.
But again, because I love working with youth, and I think that there are so many things that need to change to better support youth. That is also my area of focus when it comes to my research. So I do research for the school. I have worked with other research teams. During the early years of the program, you take classes just like any other degree. So you're in classes, you're reading thousands and thousands and thousands of pages a week. And so early on, you take the classes, and then you make sure you pass your exams. And then you're at the teaching portion where you have to teach and you have to finish your dissertation. So right now, that's where I am. I am teaching 2 courses right now. And I am also working on my dissertation, which is on LGBTQ youth and young adults and their perspectives and experiences related to policing, and looking at that intersection of race, class, gender, all of those topics where your identity can fit into various different locations. So I do a lot of research on that.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
so coming on Soccer Island sometimes is a nice little break from you.
Yeah.
Soccer Island is the best break.
I'm curious. Football.
Football, yes.
Did you wear a helmet? Were you actually out there in the pads and ready break?
No, I certainly was not. So I did that until I went off to college. So from 6th grade all the way through high school. And that was me just on the sideline, and it was a lot of just training stuff, like making sure you have the endurance to withstand a game. So more on that side, more on the technical parts, the training, the foot skills, the foot speed, just that general area.
Okay.
My dad and family members took over the other.
They took over the football. Yeah. I also love the how it connected you with your dad, him being your coach. I had kids. I was always reluctant to coach them. Certainly soccer was, but some of my great memories also with my daughter in the car, not even around on the field, but just riding home, the time you had in a car, and talking with them. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Did your siblings also, did they play for your dad in sports? What kind of coach was your dad? Was he like? Was he?
My dad was the biggest goofball on the field.
Okay.
Everyone loved him. Everyone absolutely adored him. I swear they loved him more than they liked me. And I'm okay with it now. But my dad, he didn't necessarily have a huge soccer knowledge background, but he was there to make sure that we were all okay, that we were all having fun, that we were learning the game. And so he was the cool
Cool dad.
guy, the cool
Yeah.
assistant coach.
Yeah. That's awesome. I feel like my parents didn't know anything about soccer, and I think that kind of allows them to see the sport through a kid's eyes and take some pressure off kids sometimes. Because my dad didn't know if I was any good. They didn't know if I was any good. They just knew I ran up and down the field a lot.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. What I remember is just getting Slurpees after every game. That was a big thing. Yeah. You guys are too young. This is when Slurpees were new. That's how I am. But,
There you go.
so when you're out there being goofy,
Yes,
that's
I am channeling my dad. Yeah.
So I think this on your soccer shots journey. I don't know how do you think you've evolved as a soccer shots coach from like when you were first on there. Now you're a little you're a really experienced coach, and um, we get so much feedback from families about you. If you can think back to your first day and what you tell new coaches and all that kind of stuff, I'd be really curious about that.
Yeah, yeah. So in the beginning, I would say I am an anxious person in general. So I'm always nervous about whether the kids are having fun. If they're having fun enough, like if it is really reaching their standards of fun. Um, and making sure I actually get through all of the skills that I need to get through, all the games I have to get through. So I would say in the beginning, I was definitely more on the anxious side. I just set a pretty high bar for myself. And I soon realized that I needed to chill out and I needed to calm down, and that it was no matter what, it was going to be fine. And everyone was having fun. And I needed to put less pressure on myself.
Yeah, comfortable with chaos is kind of what I feel like.
Yeah.
Now you work so much around children's issues and identity. What would you tell parents about being especially with your dad? What would you tell parents about? Not that you would tell them how to parent, but what advice would you give to parents who have young kids playing sports, any sport, not just soccer?
I'm not a parent myself, so I only have so much I can say. But
But you were a kid and had a parent, so you have
I
a view.
certainly did. I did. I was lucky enough to have that. Um, I would say just having fun at the end of the day is the best part, because that's what they're going to remember. They're going to remember those good times. They're going to remember being silly in the middle of Soccer Island, maybe doing a breakout dance in the middle of Soccer Island, as opposed to maybe a parent like putting pressure on the kid when they just can't get the step over, or they just can't get the pull back. But it's really okay. It's okay. Everyone is so different that it doesn't it doesn't matter. As long as you're
Yeah,
trying, like as long as
yeah,
they're trying, it's all going to work out.
yeah, yeah. Given your work with your PhD and your research, as coach, do you tend to look out for the kids who seem to be, um, you know, I guess even at 4 years old, not the it kids or the ones who are a little bit shy and maybe uncomfortable? Is that something that you as a coach do? I'm just, yeah.
I
Just
absolutely do.
how does your work, your PhD work, how does that translate down to you as a soccer shots coach? Or is there a
Yeah.
connection?
Yeah. I would say because I do like I read so much about interacting with youth and creating good relationships with youth. Um, I would say that I do have a sense for like spotting any type of distancing or kind of like a marginalization of certain kids. I was also myself more quiet, but I I can see that in kids. Like I recognize things in myself in the kids very often. And making sure that everyone is involved is probably like one of the most important things that I keep in mind during a practice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. I find this fascinating. Do we have 2 more hours, Seth? Do we have?
Oh, all the time we need. Come on now. No, but I did want to talking about just the kids in Soccer Island. I want to ask you. It's just a question I like to ask all of our coaches that we have on this podcast. Is just kind of about best like coaching like tips and tricks that you use on Soccer Island. Like I want to ask, like, when we've all had those groups, the kids are not listening, they're not paying attention, they're running everywhere. Like, what's that one trick or something you use to like grab their attention right away, get them focused?
I do a lot of redirecting. So I'll like whisper out like, if you can hear coach, clap once, or things like that. Where it's almost like a challenge per se.
Yeah.
And challenges in general. Anytime there's a challenge, if you can race coach down the field, if you can do 5 pullbacks faster than coach, that is amazing.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
Challenging.
They do like the
And
challenges.
then, honestly, the newest one is a breakout dance in the middle of Soccer Island.
There we go.
Can you show us? Can you show us your breakout dance?
Maybe later.
No, that's good. I like that. Yeah, I feel like kids always they love a challenge. They love a good challenge. They want to
love a challenge.
They want to try and, yeah, like you said, beat coach in a race or beat coach in this or do whatever. And yeah, no, those were good. I always remember I think you and I were coaching together one time, and you would have them like hold a bubble or something.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, and
swallow a bubble.
Yeah,
catch a bubble.
Catch a bubble, yeah, yeah. When they were talking too much, and just those little things like that, I always find really interesting, because I know different coaches have different ways of dealing with it. So yeah, that was good. I like the challenge bit though.
Where were you guys yesterday when I needed you at no? Like that catch a bubble.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that is good.
I wish I could tell my college students that.
Well, that's a great one. So what do you find is most different between, say, a 3 and a 4-year-old and I don't know, whatever age, 18, 19, 20-year-old?
Well, I can definitely tell you what's the same. That is patience. You have to be a really good listener and be very aware. What's different? Yeah. There are a lot of differences. But I would say the same: patience and just waiting and meeting students and kids where they are. That's kind of my whole gig. Because everyone just comes from so many different places, so many different backgrounds, different experiences, that it wouldn't be fair to have the same expectations of everyone.
Yeah. I think that's true with almost anything, right? Is just how we connect with each other, and everyone has a story that we don't know about. So how much more time do we have, Seth? I love your haircut, Seth. This is good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, we got time. We got time. So, I kind of wanted to go outside of Soccer Island for a little bit and let the audience get to know some information about you. So I just wanted to ask, what are some of your favorite things just to do, like when you're not coaching on Soccer Island? Like some favorite hobbies?
But I know you like to read, so what
read. There we go.
What is your favorite book ever that's had the most influence on you, and what book would you recommend to our listeners? People didn't know they were good.
That's such a difficult question.
Your top 3.
Oh my gosh. This is a difficult question.
Are you a fiction or nonfiction reader? If you're just reading for pleasure.
For pleasure, I like fiction. Because it kind of the work headspace.
Yep.
I do love nonfiction. My bookshelves are overflowing. Right now, off the top of my head, all I can think of are textbooks. I'm like, this is not helpful to me.
All right, we're gonna make this easy. I realize this is such a hard question. Who are your favorite authors? So you don't have to pick one book from an author, but or your genre authors.
I do enjoy a good like murder mystery. Maybe a little horror, maybe a little suspense.
Oh, okay.
I did just get into Frida McFadden. Very good. Very good. I've only read one book, but it kept me interested. So that's a good book to me.
Okay, go ahead, Seth. I sound like you had some more. Yeah, that's good stuff, though. Are you on Goodreads? Can we find you on Goodreads, rating your books?
Probably.
Okay.
Well,
folks.
I just wanted to hear what other hobbies you have outside of the Soccer Island? Anything else you like to do?
Yeah. So I have 2 dogs. They are my life. I love them so much. I could talk about them all day. So just spending time. What kind of dogs?
Yeah.
So I have, my oldest is a 4-year-old. He's going to be turning 5. Oh my gosh. 4-year-old. He's a white pitty mix, American Pit Bull Terrier. He's also deaf. So we have different, we had to learn different ways to communicate. And then my other dog is 1, and he is a black pitty mix with a little, I think there's some boxer in him too.
Okay.
I got out of the puppy phase and then I went right back in, and I think about that a lot.
Yes.
So what are their names? Salt and Pepper, or?
No, Rascal and Stewie.
I'm sorry. What are?
Rascal and Stewie.
Oh, Rascal and Stewie. Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
So you're not a cat. I had written down here like some easy questions. You just answer. I was gonna say dog or cat person. Sounds like you're a dog person.
Dog,
okay.
Yeah.
Dog all the way.
Big dog, small dog. Sounds like.
Yeah.
Larger dog. Okay. Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup.
Ketchup. Do you put it on mustard? Do you put your ketchup on hot dogs?
Yes.
We can end this conversation right now. Okay.
Are you not supposed to put ketchup on a hot dog?
I don't. It's kind of funny.
Wait, Shannon, hold on. You don't put ketchup on a hot dog?
I do not put ketchup on hot dogs.
What actually, do you put on the hot dog?
Yeah.
Mustard, relish, onions, almost anything.
Okay.
Chili.
Oh, so you're missing everything.
I would eat that.
Ketchup. Okay.
Yeah.
I would eat that. That does sound good.
Okay.
If you Google that, it's one of these age-old debates like toilet paper over or under kind of thing.
Over.
Seth, over or under?
What?
Toilet paper. Over the roll or under? Over
Oh,
or under?
under.
Under. I'm an under also. Yeah, that's a whole. Yeah.
Jess is like, what?
That's fun. All right. So
Under.
given that you're football, you're do you watch football now? Are you a football NFL
I
watcher or
do.
college? Who's your
I do.
favorite NFL team?
Oh, New England Patriots.
Okay. Well, to be from Massachusetts, that'd be.
Yeah,
that's
makes sense.
not
Makes
good.
sense. Makes
Yep.
sense.
Okay. Are you coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. Yeah. Thumbs
Tea.
Coffee,
up.
coffee, coffee.
Tea.
Okay. Tea.
I don't drink coffee,
Okay.
so tea.
Yeah, drink coffee. All right. And who? Batgirl or Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
I've never
Wonder
thought
Woman,
about
please.
this one. Wonder
We
Woman.
ask the hard-hitting, penetrating questions here.
I'm putting too much thought
Wonder
into
Woman.
it.
Yeah, way too much thought. Favorite color?
Yellow.
Yellow. Purple.
Mm-hmm.
Green.
Ooh, yellow. Okay.
Yeah, green for me. Okay. All right. That's after our Cracker Jack research team came up with those questions. That's all. That's all I got. I love that you watch football there. So these are hard times for the Patriots fans lately.
Yes. They were
Wow.
looking okay first half on Sunday. And then I don't know what happened.
Wait, Jess, I got another question for you. If your top 3 travel destinations.
Well, that's a great one.
Ooh, okay. Places I've been or places I want to go to?
Places you want to go that you haven't been yet.
I would love to go to Scotland.
Ooh.
I would love to go to Italy. And
Okay.
I would love to go to Spain. I'm actually going to Spain in the spring.
Oh,
wow. When in the spring? Let's just.
April.
Oh no, no, that's all I've always wanted. Where in Spain are you going?
That's a really good question.
Madrid?
I believe
Barcelona?
it's called Mallorca.
Yeah. I've heard of that place. Yeah. Okay.
All right. And what was I gonna say? Oh, do you follow soccer, pro soccer at all?
Yes
have a
and
team?
no. When I
Yes and
have
no.
the time to sit down
Okay.
and watch soccer, I
Yes.
love it.
Yeah, I understand. Okay.
But I don't have too much time to sit down and
Yeah,
watch.
it does sound like with 2 dogs and all that. Okay. Very good. That's all I've got, Seth. That's all I've got. I was gonna.
Awesome. Well, I
Anything else?
thought that was awesome. I mean,
I tell you, this was nothing against Coach Pete, and Coach Diego, but this was the funnest one. Yeah.
no, I agree. I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. This
was awesome.
you set the
This was
standard.
No, it was good. We got a little bit about your life outside of Soccer Island, on Soccer Island. It was very cool. So, but I do have one last question for you. Again, something we kind of ask all of our coaches at the end of our podcast. If you could give one piece of advice to all of our coaches about making sessions fun and effective, what would that piece of advice be?
I knew immediately what I was going to say as soon as that question came out of your mouth.
Okay.
Do not be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Do not be afraid to look silly. Be silly. Be goofy. That's what they want. That's how you'll keep their attention. leave any of that like nervousness at the door.
Yeah.
Yep,
Great advice.
that's very good.
Great advice, and you do that well.
Being silly.
Right. Yes.
Yes,
Behind the academic PhD, there's silly.
There is some in there.
And I want to thank your dad for that. I want to thank your dad.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was awesome. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate that. Shannon, you already know I'm going to ask you. I ask you this at the end of every single podcast. How can our listeners find more information or get involved with Soccer Shots?
Soccershots.com, 860-754-0200, or just email us ct@soccershots.com. Visit us on Facebook, Instagram. Yeah, all that's it. If you see anybody walking down the street in an orange shirt, it's probably someone Soccer Shots. That's
Awesome. Well, I am going to wrap it up here. So we want to thank you all for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed the 7th episode of the Soccer Shots Greater Hartford, Central Connecticut podcast. If you like the video,
we need a name. God, that's a mouthful. That's a mouthful. Your last name and the title of that podcast. We need to come up with something here.
Yeah, we do. I know it's a long name. If you like the video, please give it a like. Comment what soccer-related topics you would like us to talk about next. And most importantly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This is Seth, Shannon, and Jess signing off. And remember to always enjoy the beautiful game.
That's my breakout dance, baby. That's for Coach Jess.